Ito ang Istorya Pinas.
Nasaan na si suspended Mayor Alice Go o Go Waping matapos nilabas ni Senator Risa Hontiveros ang natuklasan sa tunay na pagkatao ni suspended Mayor Alice Go na kumpirmado na ang Go Waping at si Mayor Alice Go ay isang tao lang. May kakalagyan ka talaga, Mayor Alice Go. Hindi sumipot si Mayor Alice Go sa hearing. Siguro alam na nito na hindi lang siya magigisa kundi magiging adobo pa. Meron naman nilabas si Senator Risa Hontiveros na magkaparehong pangalan ni Alice Leal Go pero magkaiba ang mukha. Kasong identity theft ang maisasampa kay suspended Mayor Alice Go at maraming patong-patong panakaso sa pagkumpirma ng NBI sa tunay na pagkatao ni suspended Mayor Alice Go. Sa dactyloscopy report na binigay ng NBI na identical ang fingerprint ni Alice Go at Go Waping. Lagot ka, Alice Go. Ito na ang matibay na ebidensya para maalis na sa pwesto si Alice Go bilang isang mayor. Oh my God! Ngunit nasaan na ba si suspended Mayor Alice Go? Natakasan na niya ba ang batas ng ating bansa? Nalulusutan ba talaga ng mayayaman ang justice system ng Pilipinas? Totoo ba na ang hustisya ay para lang sa mayayaman? Kaya dahil sa trending ng kontrobersya na ito, nagbigay ng samot-saring komento ang ating mga madlang netizen. Hindi niya kayang pasubalian ang mga lumalabas na ebidensya. She is already cornered. The truth always prevail. Kung nakatakas siya ay dapat lahat ng kanyang pag-aari ay kukumpiskahin. Tungkol naman kay Michael Yang, kung hindi siya babalik sa Pilipinas, lahat ng kanyang pag-aari ay kukumpiskahin ng gobyerno. Pag nakatakas yan ay tulog-tulog na talaga sa pansitan. Iwan na lang talaga. Tatakas na yan. Alam niya booking na siya. Alam niya makukulong na siya, lalo minahuli sa Davao Airport. Pinatakas ng mga protektor para matapos na ang investigasyon ni Mayor Alice Go. Ganyan ang hearing ng Senado. Marami nang napatunayan pero hanggang ngayon walang aksyon para hatulan. Paraan lang yan para tumagal at maggipit na patatakasin din.
Comsec. So in addition to the previously mentioned Alice Guo, Guo Jianzhong, Lin Wenye, Sheila Guo, and Wesley Guo, all the other invited resource persons except for Dennis Cunanan, who is represented today by his attorney, all the other invited resource persons whose offices were closed, who gave no reply, and of course also accepting Walter Wong Long because the invitation to him is already covered by the reply of the good judge. The other invited resource persons also whose addresses are non-existent may at the proper time be the subject of the proper motion and ordering of the issuance of subpoena. So, Comsec, could you please administer the oath to those present sa mga hindi pa po nakakapanumpa sa atin?
May I request those who have not taken their oath during our last hearing to please stand up, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, please state your name, do solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to this investigation. Thank you. You may now take your seat.
Maraming salamat, Comsec, at sa lahat ng mga resource persons. Before we go back to you, Sec Rodolfo, and our questions for the Board of Investments, just to act on this matter already, the Chair orders the issuance of subpoenas to the previously mentioned invited resource persons who did not make themselves available for the hearing today.
I second the motion, Madam Chair.
So moved and duly seconded. Thank you to Sen. Sherwin. So the Chair orders such, Comsec. Salamat po. So let's go on now with the Board of Investments. We'll flash again, Yusek Rodolfo, the SIRV of Guo Huaping and the BOI letter to the BI dated 4th June 2024. Familiar po ba kayo sa mga dokumentong ito at pwede niyo po bang ipaliwanag sa amin ano po yung konteksto ng mga dokumentong ito?
Yes, Your Honor. Honorable Chair, honorable members of the committee, we actually received 3 requests on information related to this hearing. One is from Commissioner Norman Tansinco on a letter that he sent to our DTI Secretary Alfredo Pascual and the BOI Executive Director Bobby Fondevilla. This was dated June 3, inquiring on the complete details of the special investors resident visa application of one Guo Jianzhong. And we replied, Your Honor, June 3, same date, but was received the day after by the Bureau of Immigration, informing the Bureau of Immigration that as per our records, the said foreign national and his dependents were previous holders of SIRV issued pursuant to provisions of Book 5 of Executive Order 226, otherwise known as the Omnibus Investment Code of 1987, with the following details. So the SIRVs were issued to Guo Jianzhong, the principal, with date of birth 16 September 1958, to Shi Xiu Mei, the dependent spouse, date of birth September 9, 1961, to Guo Lingling, the dependent daughter, date of birth November 21, 1982, and to Guo Lina, dependent daughter, September 15, 1986, yung date of birth po. The SIRV status, this was canceled in May 23, 2003. And then,
Yusek, yung mga pangalang binanggit nyo dun sa naunang SIRV na in-issue are different from the names we see here. So we're presuming these are different dependents, or we can say they are not the same as appear in these documents.
yung sa pangalan po, but we have no competence. We're not the competent authority to determine whether pareho silang mga katauhan po. But may I also proceed, Madam Chair, on the official request that we received from the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, Gender and Gender Equality dated 19th June and 20th June. So on a Lin Wenyi, Chinese national, and as I mentioned, former holder of SIRV. Following are the details of the said foreign national based on the files on record. So this refers to Lin Wenyi. Ms. Lin applied for SIRB along with her dependents Guo Huaping, Guo Jianglong, and Guo Xiangdian. Their SIRB were granted 25 May 2000. She invested $75,000 in Triumph Embroidery Center Incorporated, formerly Hua Fei Embroidery Center Incorporated, a business enterprise engaged in rendering embroidery services. The said firm is considered an eligible form of investment under the SIRB rules and regulations. The existence of the said investment was confirmed via an ocular inspection conducted by the BOI on May 22, 2002. The following documents were submitted for the revalidation of their SIRB, because this is part of the SIRB process po. Valid Chinese passports, alien certificates of registration, SEC registration, and articles of incorporation of Hua Fei Embroidery Center, a certificate of inward remittance issued by the Bangko Sentral of Pilipinas, that time dated September 30, 1999. Now, in line with our rules, after the validation of foreign nationals' eligibility for SIRB, their names were endorsed to the Bureau of Immigration for the grant of the visa. The Bureau of Immigration conducts its own validation process and then acts on the BOI endorsement by implementing the visas in sticker form onto the holders' passports. Their SIRV were canceled on August 22, 2011. as represented by the letter of the holder's authorized representative, they were applying for Special Resident Retirees Visa or SRRV with the Philippine Retirement Authority. This was as of September 12, 2011 po. Upon verification by BOI with PRA, the said foreign nationals are currently active holders of the SRRV. Now, we also provided, Madam Chair, copies of the following documents to the Senate in reply to the June 19 and June 20th letters. The accomplished SIRV application form, the initial report of investment by the applicant, the accomplished deed of undertaking, the certification of inward remittance issued by the Bangko Sentral Registration Department, the certification issued by Huafei Embroidery Center Incorporated certifying Li Wenyi as a stockholder of the firm, the articles of incorporation and bylaws of Huafei Embroidery Center Incorporated, the annual income tax return and balance sheet for calendar years ending December 31, 2001 of Huafei Embroidery Center duly received by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the affidavit on the capacity to invest of at least $75,000, the certifications issued by the Department of Health National Quarantine Office, the passport bio pages and visa stamps, and the biometrics, in particular, the right thumbprint of the said personalities. Please be informed also that the SIRV holders are required to physically report to our office upon approval of their visas to have their pictures and biometrics captured for issuance of the SIRV ID. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Yusek. So, do you confirm the authenticity of these documents related to the SIRV of Guo Huaping?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Ano po yung requirements para sa SIRV application bukod sa maaring nabanggit nyo na kanina? And also, what about the dependents of an applicant? May requirements din po ba kaugnay nila?
Yung requirement, doon po sa principal applicant, nabanggit na natin yung mga documentary requirements, pero ang main requirement po is the $75,000 na investment in qualified targeted investments. Ito pong pag sinabi natin qualified investment targets, this would be in shares of stock in corporations engaged in services, manufacturing, or in a publicly listed company. Dati ho, pinapayagan natin yung pag-invest sa condominium units or in a trading enterprise. But since 2002, hindi na ho natin pinapayagan yung mga yon. Doon sa mga dependent ko, in addition to the documentary requirements that I mentioned, they have to be below 21 years old, which would explain ho, kung makikita ho natin doon sa birth date ni Guo Huaping, nung nag-apply ho sila, nung requested their SIRV to be canceled in 22 August 2011, lalagpas na ho siya sa 21 years old. Kaya siya we could surmise that that is the reason why they transferred to the Philippine Retirement Authority Special Resident Retirees Visa.
Salamat, Yusek. Oo, patatanungin din natin yung tungkol sa PRA mamaya. Pero dito pa rin sa SIRV ng BOI, required po ba ang personal appearance ng lahat ng aplikante? At may biometrics bang kinukuha ang BOI?
Opo, Madam Chair. The SIRV holders are required to physically report to the Board of Investments upon approval of their visas to have their pictures and biometrics, in particular signature and fingerprint captured para ho to kasi sa issuance ng kanilang SIRV ID. So kailangan po silang mag-physically to report in our offices. In our office, sorry.
And speaking of, kanina binabanggit nyo nga po yung thumbprints, no? Kababanggit nyo ulit ngayon. Normal po ba na yung isang ina, i-enter niya yung thumbprint niya para sa minor child niya? So, halimbawa, in the case of one of these documents, yung minor child, mga 9 years old, so hindi na po siya baby. at ipapakita po ako dito ulit. Ito po. Even to the naked eye, it looks like dun sa ano kanina, yung slide po na magkasama yung thumbprint ni Li Wenye at yung thumbprint ni Guo Haping. Mukhang magkapareho ang thumbprint nung Lin Wenye, yung ina, at yung Guo Haping na dependent daughter. So alam ko rin na yung NBI ay may biometrics ni Guo Haping, so not all is lost. Kaya lang dagdag na nakakalito. At dagdag pa, yung dalawang minor siblings nung Guo Haping dyan sa document na yan, sila naman hindi thumbprint. Okay, ito na muna. Yung magkatabing thumbprint ni Lin Wenye at ni Guo Huaping, parang magkapareho. I am not a fingerprint expert at all. So, I was just showing it again and sa inyo, Yusek, at sa lahat po nating nandirito sa hearing. So, nakakalito nga. So, pero bakit yung dalawa pang minor dependents, minor siblings ni Guo Huaping, hindi, well, I cannot ask you why, pero ninonote ko lang, sila, yung dalawa, hindi thumbprint nung ina. Ginamit nila yung sarili nilang thumb. So, bakit kaya? At bakit kaya yung special effort para kay Alice? I'm of course presuming na yung Guo Huaping ay si Alice Guo din. Any insights, Yusek?
Madam Chair, sa proseso ho namin dapat, unless infant, pero dapat ho talaga yung, pati yung dependent, i-capture yung kanyang thumbprint. So, assumption of regularity po, on the processes undertaken in 2000, yung ina, yung principal, kinapture yung kanyang thumbprint, tapos yung si Guo Huaping, kinapture din yung kanyang thumbprint. We're not competent to assess kung one and the same yung thumbprint na nakikita ho natin, but these are the thumbprints that we have on record, including dun sa dalawa pang dependent ho.
And of course, and fair enough po, Yusek, and of course yung presumption of regularity is dun sa government agency na tumatanggap ng ganitong mga submissions or nagko-conduct ng ganitong mga procedure. So, dapat nga yung BOI. So, tapos, yes sir. Tapos, Yusek, kanina nakita nyo rin po yung passport ni Guo Huaping. Sa estimation nyo lamang po, bilang layperson, siya nga ba si Alice Guo? If you can offer an opinion.
Madam Chair, we're not the competent authority.
All right. Fair enough muli, Yusek. Ano pong klaseng screening ang ginagawa sa applicants para masiguro na matitinong tao sila or on the level na tao sila sa process na to na pinapayagang maging residente sa bansa natin?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Sa BOI ho, once we endorse to the Bureau of Immigration, we also endorse ho to the NICA.
I apologize, Yusek. Please proceed.
Thank you. Madam Chair, pagka ho in-endorse namin sa Bureau of Immigration for the issuance of the visa, we also endorse ho to the NICA. Tapos so si Bureau of Immigration also undertakes their own assessment.
So kumbaga mayroong cross-referencing or validation on the part ng NICA at saka BI.
May I also, Madam Chair, just for context ho, para alam din ng lahat, ang number of active SIRB holders ho ng BOI, total ho, principal investors 1,224 at saka dependents 1,124. So ang total ho natin, and the earliest that we have on record, 1988. So cumulative na ho yan, lahat-lahat na ho, since 1998 ay 2,348. Medyo konti lang ho, every year ho, less than 100 yung ating na-issue na SIRB dahil medyo mahigpit nga po yung mga requirement natin. Thank you.
At mabuti kung mahigpit, probably in this case not mahigpit enough. And gaya ng na-observe nyo, hindi naman napakarami ang 2,000 higit. So dapat kaya nating mas siguruhin pa. So salamat po, Yusek. Before we go on, I need to just for the processes of the committee to repeat the chair's motion to subpoena Mayor Alice Leal Guo, Lin Wen Ye, Guo Jiang Zhong, Sheila Leal, Seaman Leal, and Wesley Leal, and the other earlier mentioned resource persons who are not present and without good reason to be absent in this hearing, to order the issuance of subpoena to those persons.
Yes, Madam Chair, I second the motion. Likewise, I reiterate also my recommendation to invite the former mayor of Bamban so that we will get to the bottom of the truth on how Alice Go came into ascension, into power. Obviously, it was really, she really ran for the position to protect the interests of the Bugos. So again, may the committee, Madam Chair, invite also former Mayor Feliciano.
So ordered earlier, Sen JV, and reiterated by the chair, the invitation to the next hearing to former Mayor Feliciano. And thank you for seconding the order to subpoena the named resource persons. Salamat po. So I'll move on now to the NBI. Okay. We have Regional Director Jerry Abiera. Salamat, sir. Nakita nyo po kanina, finlash ko po yung NBI clearance ng isang Alice Leal Guo, birthday 12 July 1986. Pero iba po ang mukha sa mayor ng Bamban. May chance po ba na nagkaroon ng switching? Posible bang glitch sa sistema?
Baka ibang tao talaga yan, ma'am. Hindi sa sistema ang may problema.
So, baka ibang tao ito. So, nagkaroon ng switch.
Pwede, ma'am. Pero hindi ko masabi kung ano ba talaga ang nangyari dyan.
So, pwedeng nangyari dahil sa isang switch. Ano pang paraan ang pwedeng nangyari na ganito? May isa pang Alice Leal Guo, parehong birthday, pero ibang muka.
Ano ko lang, ma'am, ang sistema ng pagkuha ng clearance, apply ka ng clearance online, tapos babayaran mo, magkakaroon ka ng schedule, pupunta ka sa office mismo para kuhanan ka ng picture at saka biometrics, yun na yung fingerprint. Ngayon, dahil siya ang nag-appear dyan, i-presume natin na siya mismo, yung nasa picture, yan yung nagpunta sa office. So kung yung Alice Go na yan, magkaiba naman kay Mayor, hindi natin alam kung yung pangalan nga ay parehas na parehas ang date. Ang mas maganda, ma-determine natin dahil yung fingerprint, magkakaiba talaga yan para ma-determine natin whether or not yung tao na yan at saka yung si Mayor ay magkaiba.
Tama po. Importanteng mapaghambing yung mga fingerprints nila.
Yes, ma'am.
And so ang sinabi nyo rin po kanina, physically pumunta sa opisina ng NBI itong Alice Leal Guo kasi litrato niya ay kuha sa NBI office. Pero pumunta din yung akala nating iniimbestiga nating Alice Leal Guo personally kasi kinuha din yung photo niya dun sa opisina. Pero pareho silang nabigyan ng clearance. parehong pangalan, parehong birthday, magkaibang mukha, pero possibly on different occasions, pareho silang na-issuehan ng clearance.
Pero yung nakita ko lang, ma'am, yung itong sa right side ng clearance. Ewan ko, ma'am, kung si Mayor meron bang clearance na talagang yung pangalan niya at yung mukha ay dumikit dun sa clearance certificate.
Okay po. Magandang hanapin din po namin yon dahil lahat naman po tayong nagtatrabaho at pati tayong nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno ay maya't maya kailangan kumuha ng clearance. Napakahalaga yung ipaghambing yung dalawang thumbprints po nila. Pero sir, nag-aalala din po ako para sa babae na nasa clearance ninyo. Yung either kapangalan ni Alice Leal Guo o yung totoong Alice Leal Guo. Pwede po bang i-ascertain ng NBI yung kinaroroonan nitong Alice Leal Guo at kung siya ay buhay pa o patay na?
Yes, ma'am. Pagbalik ko, ma'am, susubukan namin i-ano, ma'am. Report ko, ma'am, na papahanap natin, ma'am.
Salamat po, RD. Bago dumako sa PSA, follow-up question sa PRA, kaugnay nung mga sagot ni Yusek Rodolfo ng BOI kanina. So, mula sa PRA, ito. Yes, of course. Philippine Retirement Authority. Sir Sosobrado. Morning, sir. May record rin po ba yung PRA nung Special Resident Retirees Visa o SRRV naman related to Guo Huaping?
Good morning, Madam Chair. Yes, we have on record that, let's see, Lin Wen Yi, after she canceled her SIRV, she applied for SRRV in October of 2011, and which was approved. We were given the order of issuance by the Bureau of Immigration on October 27. And on that application, she had two dependent children, Jiang Long Guo and Xiang Jian Guo. Only these two, both male. We don't have any record at all of any other Guo that could be Alice Guo.
So unlike the earlier issued SIRV by the other agency,
Yeah.
nung pagdating na po sa authority ninyo and requested to issue another visa, yung SRRV, dalawang dependents na lamang po, parehong lalaki.
Dalawa.
Wala na po yung Guo Huaping.
Wala.
Okay po. And may biometric information din po ba kayo ni Lin Wen Ye, like fingerprint, photo, signature?
We have the thumb marks of Lin Wen Yi. Unfortunately, we don't have for the two dependent children. However, what we're doing now, in light of what has been happening lately, we now require everybody to have the thumb marks and submit their thumb marks, even the dependents.
So dati po hindi yon part ng application
Just
process?
the principal.
Just the principal?
Yes.
Okay po. Salamat, Mr. Sosobrado.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We just got information that we've already received from the NBI the fingerprints of, or rather the NBI clearance, yung kaninang pinag-uusapan namin ni RD Abiera. This is kay? Okay. So ito nga po yung NBI clearance ni Mayor Alice Leal Guo. So, mabibigang daan yung sinabi nyo, RD Abiera, na paghambing sa fingerprints ni Mayor Alice Leal Guo at yung isa pang Alice Leal Guo na parehong spelling, parehong birthday, pero ibang muka. So, salamat.